How can I keep my money from ruining my kids? The concern is that if your child inherits from you at a young age, or at any age really, that they may not be responsible with the money, or it may ruin them in some way. Imagine an 18-year-old getting $1 million life insurance policy. That could be a big problem, and probably the $1 million would not last very long. So this is a common concern that people have if they have assets, and they're trying to think, what will happen if something happens to me and my child gets these assets? Well, there's really great ways to deal with that, including having a revocable living trust. Because in a trust, you can say how you want assets to pass. You can limit your child to being able to take draws from the trust, either directly to themselves. Ways that we limit that are by saying perhaps that they can't take any draws until a certain age or a certain stage of life. Another way that you can limit things is you can, if the trust is holding the funds for your child for a certain period of time or forever, you can leave directions to your trustee on what sort of distributions you would approve of and what sort of distributions you don't approve of. For instance, you could say that you would support spending up to $50,000 to start a business. You could say that you are not interested in having any of your money pay for a wedding, or vice versa, that you'd be happy to pay for a wedding and how much. You can direct your trustee to give money for education, or to buy a home, or not. And so by placing what you would approve of and what you disapprove of inside of a trust, you have the ability sort of to manage what happens with your child's relationship to those assets beyond the grave. And you can really tailor things so that you are pushing your values forward and continuing to guide your child, even if you're not able to be there for them. So a trust is a really useful way to pass assets on if you have significant assets and you're worried about what those assets might do to your child if they inherited them all.